The phrase "you're not being ignored, you're being prepared" echoes a truth that often hides behind closed doors of silence, behind unanswered prayers and seasons of isolation. It's a reminder that what we interpret as neglect is often divine strategy. In the quiet corridors of life where no applause is heard and no eyes are watching, preparation takes place. Like seeds buried deep in soil, greatness often grows in the dark, unseen but not forgotten. This speech, inspired by the eloquence and power of Maya Angelou's voice, will unravel the hidden beauty of being unseen, the sacred purpose behind waiting, and the strength that is born in solitude. Now let us begin. With a suspenseful hush, a breath caught between pain and purpose. Have you ever stood in a room full of people and felt invisible? Have you ever cried in the silence of your own mind, wondering if your voice would ever echo beyond the walls of your soul? There are moments, long and hollow, where life feels like a shut door, where dreams tap softly against the window of time, and no one turns to listen. You pace back and forth in your spirit, asking, why isn't it happening for me? The world seems to move forward in bright colors while your life stays stuck in grayscale. But hear me now, what feels like delay is not denial. What feels like abandonment is not rejection. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. There's a sacredness in being hidden, though it doesn't feel sacred at first. It feels like punishment. It feels like being forgotten. But darling, the caterpillar doesn't curse the cocoon. The sculptor doesn't apologize to the stone. Preparation has a rhythm all its own, and it seldom plays its song to the crowd. You're being shaped behind the curtain because the spotlight was never meant to teach you, it was meant to TV you. You are not overlooked. You are being fortified in private for what you must carry in public. Do you think iron becomes a sword without fire? Do you believe a diamond glows without pressure? The silence in your life isn't empty, it's full of answers that haven't spoken yet. In the hush of this season, something sacred is being written into your bones. You are learning endurance. You are being baptized in patience. You are shedding the weight of needing approval. You are growing roots, not just wings. The roots keep you grounded when the stage finally finds you. Look around, everyone is running. Running to be seen. Running to be known. Running to be loved without first knowing who they are, without applause. But you, my dear, are sitting in the silence. You are being taught to sit with yourself, to stand in your truth, to hear the voice within that doesn't change with the weather. That is not punishment. That is power. That is sacred training. The empty rooms in your life are classrooms. The closed doors are gates not yet ready to open. But they will open, and when they do, you'll be ready to walk through them with grace, not just excitement. There is something poetic about being passed over, something that draws out the realness in a soul. When they don't see you, you begin to see yourself. When they don't choose you, you begin to choose yourself. And that right there is where the transformation begins. Not when they love you, not when they validate you, but when you learn to clap for yourself in a room with no sound. That's when you become unstoppable. Too many people try to emerge before their time. Too many burst out of the soil before their roots are deep. They chase the platform before they know the weight of purpose. But not you. You are being seasoned, not silenced. You are being protected, not punished. You are in the sacred womb of preparation, and when the time is right, nothing will stop the birth of your destiny. Nothing. Remember the tree. It does not bloom all year. It has seasons where its branches are bare, where its flowers fall, and its fruit is nowhere to be found. But is it dead? No. It is restoring itself. It is gathering strength, so that when its season returns, it doesn't just survive, it flourishes. You are like that tree. In this season, you are learning what cannot be learned in the noise. You are gaining what cannot be bought with fame. You are collecting treasures that only silence can deliver. And yes, it hurts. Let us not pretend it doesn't. The waiting is sharp. The silence is loud. The loneliness bites. But oh, what is being forged in that pain? You are learning to walk by faith and not by sight. You are becoming the kind of soul that does not crumble when storms arrive. You are becoming someone who can carry what is coming, because what is coming is weighty and holy and big. Too big for the person you used to be, but not too big for the person you are becoming. There will come a day, mark this, when the doors will open and people will wonder where you came from. They'll call you an overnight success, but you'll know better. You'll smile, not out of pride, but out of quiet reverence for the nights you cried, the days you waited, the times you were tempted to quit, but didn't. You'll carry your success with humility because you know the price of preparation. You'll be strong, not just skilled, steady, not just loud, rooted, not just visible. And when that day comes, you won't need to explain your silence. Your presence will speak for itself. Your growth will introduce you. Your light will shine not because you fought to be seen, but because you were refined in the fire. You will walk in rooms that once ignored you, and you will carry yourself not with bitterness, but with power. Because you'll know the truth being hidden was never about being ignored. It was about becoming the kind of vessel worthy of what you were born to carry. So, if the world seems quiet right now, if it seems like your name has been forgotten, and your voice has been muted, don't lose heart. The silence is your sanctuary. The waiting is your workshop. You are not being overlooked. You are being made. You are not being rejected. You are being chosen, but chosen for something greater than the moment can currently hold. So be patient, be still, and when it's time, rise not with noise, but with unshakable knowing. Because you will know you are not being ignored. You are being prepared. There's a kind of fire that doesn't burn skin, but instead scorches the soul clean. A refining fire invisible to the naked eye, yet powerful enough to change the course of a destiny. It shows up quietly in the pause, in the in-between, in the silence that echoes so loudly it forces you to confront the shadows you've been avoiding. And it is in that fire that the real you is formed, not the version of you they expect, not the version of you that pleases the crowd, but the version of you that carries truth in her eyes and thunder in her steps. That fire, my dear, is not the end of you, it is the unveiling. Many are eager to be seen before they're healed. They want the stage without the surgery. But there are wounds that only time and stillness can reach. There are habits, fears, and lies you've believed about yourself for so long. They've rooted themselves like weeds in a garden. And so in divine mercy you are pulled away, not discarded, but preserved. Not rejected, but rescued. Because before you can shine, you must be cleared. Before you can soar, you must be stripped of everything that cannot fly with you. And that, my love, takes time. That takes solitude. That takes silence deep enough for you to hear your own heartbeat again. Do not despise the slow days. Do not curse the months that seem to go nowhere. There are sacred things happening beneath the surface. You are being stretched in invisible ways. You are being taught to carry peace, not performance. You are learning how to endure, how to discern, how to stand firm in who you are even when no one is clapping. That kind of preparation is not taught in crowds. That kind of resilience is not built in the spotlight. It's learned in the cave. It's grown in the wilderness. It's whispered to you when no one else is speaking your name. And oh, how the silence can break you before it builds you. It presses on the places that still ache. It pulls up questions you buried deep. Am I enough? Did I miss my moment? Was I ever even seen? These questions are not signs of failure. They are signs of transition. You are being moved from one version of yourself to another, and such transformation always comes with pain. But don't run from the ache. Let it teach you. Let it strip you down to your essence. Because when everything else falls away, you'll find what's real. You'll find what was always there but got buried beneath fear and noise and the need to prove yourself. This preparation, this process of becoming, is not about arrival, it's about alignment. You are being brought into agreement with your purpose. And sometimes that means you must be hidden while the wrong things fall away. Sometimes it means you must walk alone so that you no longer crave the wrong company. Sometimes it means you must be misunderstood so that you finally learn to understand yourself. And though it may feel like you are being punished, you are actually being purified. There's something glorious about the soul that has been through fire and still chooses to love. There's something majestic about the person who was overlooked and still chose excellence. There's power in the one who didn't get picked, but still prepared like they were chosen. That kind of character, that kind of integrity is not cheap. It is not common. It is carved from the hardest places of waiting, of watching, of wondering when your turn will come. But when it does, you won't just arrive, you'll reign. Not over people, but over fear, over doubt, over everything that once made you feel small. Don't you know that the universe does its greatest work in silence? Mountains rise without a sound. Seeds split open in the dark soil and bloom without applause. Stars burn billions of miles away without ever demanding to be seen. Yet their power is undeniable. So why then would your journey need to be loud? Why would your becoming need to be public? It doesn't. And it shouldn't. Because you are not here for show. You are here for substance. You are here to shake the ground with your truth, and that kind of power is not developed on stages. It's cultivated in the silence. Sometimes silence is the most loving answer you can receive. It forces you to ask better questions. It drives you inward. It exposes the motives you didn't know you had. You thought you wanted success, but really you needed healing. You thought you wanted visibility, but really you craved validation. You thought you were ready, but there were still pieces of you that were fragile, that would have broken under pressure. And so the silence came, not as punishment, but as a mirror, A mirror that shows you who you are and who you are not, so that you can shed the false and become whole. Do not envy the ones who seem to rise quickly. Do not covet the ones who gain without growing. For everything that is rushed will eventually crumble. Everything that is not built on truth will collapse under the weight of time. But you are being built to last. You are being constructed with care. Every piece of your character is being fitted together, so that when the winds come, and they will come, you will not fall. You will not fold. Because you were not propped up by hype. You are rooted in something deeper. You must know that destiny is not impatient. It does not chase the clock. It waits for the appointed time. And so must you. You must resist the urge to rush your unfolding. You must silence the voices that tell you you're behind. You are not behind, you are in progress, you are in process, you are in preparation. And there is glory in that. There is holiness in becoming. There is beauty in being shaped in secret. For when the time comes, you will not have to beg for attention. The work will speak for itself. Your light will need no announcement. It will simply shine. Every no you've received was not a stop, it was a steer. Every delay was not a denial, it was a divine redirection. Every closed door was not the end, it was the beginning of the real path. So do not shrink in this season. Do not let the quiet convince you that you are forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered in a way that matters most in the heavenly architecture of timing, in the sacred unfolding of things beyond your understanding. You are not waiting in vain. You are waiting in power. You have not been abandoned. You've been assigned to a place of sacred becoming. The silence is your sanctuary. The solitude is your soil. And the fruit of this season will be sweeter than anything you could have achieved by forcing your way through, because it will be real. It will be lasting. It will be yours, not borrowed, not stolen, not mimicked, but yours, born from the fire and the silence and the tears you cried in the dark. And when the day comes, as it surely will, when light finds you again, when the doors swing open, and the world sees what was hidden, you will not need to perform. You will not need to pretend. You will walk in authority, not arrogance. You will move with wisdom, not weariness. Because you didn't skip the preparation, you didn't run from the silence, you honored the hiddenness. And now the fruit of that surrender will feed not only you, but everyone connected to your purpose. So hold on. Hold fast. The silence is not a sentence, it is a sanctuary. It is where you learn the language of your own soul. It is where you rediscover the power you forgot you had. It is where your foundation is laid so deep, no storm can uproot it. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are being formed like clay in the potter's hands. Slowly, patiently, purposefully. Every pause is intentional. Every quiet day is part of the masterpiece. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared for something so weighty, so meaningful, that it would crush the unprepared. But not you. You will be ready. You will be whole. You will be true. I want you to consider this. There are some stories that cannot be told before their time. Some journeys cannot be shared until the traveler has walked far enough to understand the path. There is wisdom that can only be earned in the quiet spaces. There is strength that only comes from holding yourself together when no one is looking. I do not despise these moments. Do not curse the stillness. In these times you are being woven into a strength that will carry you far beyond what you can see now. You are being fortified not just in your body, but in your spirit, in your heart, in your very core. It's hard to see it from where you are, but one day you will look back and understand the reason for every delay, every quiet season, and every door that closed. And when that day comes, you will understand that none of it was wasted. When you are not seen by others, it is easy to wonder if your efforts are in vain. It's easy to feel that perhaps your sacrifices go unnoticed, your hard work unappreciated. It can seem as if no one cares, as if your voice is being drowned out in the chaos of a world that moves too fast, that speaks too loudly. But I promise you this is not the case. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. For every moment that you feel unseen, there is something greater being cultivated within you. Your strength is growing in private, your wisdom is being honed in the silence, and your patience is being refined. In this quiet, you are becoming something that no one could ever take from you, something that no one could ever build for you. The preparation you are undergoing right now is yours alone. No one can walk this path for you. No one can experience the shaping of your soul except for you. There's an ancient saying that the strongest trees grow in the harshest conditions. I want you to think about that. The most resilient oak does not sprout in a lush garden. It grows through cracks in the earth, reaching for the sun, facing the storm. It bends but does not break. And in the end, it stands tall and strong, its roots deep in the soil, its branches reaching for the sky. You are the oak tree, my friend. You are the one who will stand strong and the storms will come. but they will not uproot you. You will stand because you were prepared in the hidden places. You were shaped in the silence. Now let us talk about the very nature of silence. We are often taught that silence is a void, a space filled with nothingness. But let me challenge that belief. Silence is not empty. It is full of potential, full of lessons that we would never learn in the clamor of the world. When the world is silent, it is not because nothing is happening. It is because something is happening that cannot yet be seen. Just as a seed grows underground before it breaks through the soil, so too are you growing in the hidden places. And when you emerge, you will emerge not just as you were, but as a new creation, stronger, wiser, more resilient. Some of you may be struggling with this very truth right now. You may be standing in the quiet space, wondering if your time will ever come. You may be asking yourself why it seems like everyone else is moving forward, while you remain in the same place, in the same silence, in the same solitude. But I want you to know that this is not a punishment. This is your season of preparation. You are not being delayed, you are being developed. You are not standing still, you are being strengthened, refined, and sharpened in ways that cannot yet be seen. I do not let the absence of recognition convince you that you are not making progress. I do not let the silence lead you to believe that your work is for nothing. What you are becoming is too valuable to be rushed. The depth you are gaining now is the foundation for everything that will come next. And when that moment arrives, the moment when the door opens, the moment when the spotlight finds you, you will stand in it with confidence, not because you were waiting for it, but because you were prepared for it. The spotlight will not make you who you are. It will simply reveal who you have already become. You will be so deeply grounded in your truth, in your purpose, in your strength, that the applause will not sway you. You will stand firm because you were shaped in the silence. The waiting has been your teacher. The stillness has been your strength. And when you walk into the fullness of your destiny, you will not be moved by what others say or think. You will walk with your head held high, knowing that you have been forged in the fire and prepared in the silence. There are so many stories of great figures, those we admire, those we look up to who spent years, sometimes decades, in obscurity. Before they became known, before they were celebrated, they walked through seasons of hiddenness. They learned to thrive in the silence. And when the world finally saw them, they were ready. They were not distracted by the noise. They were not swayed by the praise. They knew who they were because they had already spent years in the quiet process of becoming. That is what you are doing now. You are not being overlooked. You are being shaped. You are being built into the kind of person who can carry the weight of your calling when it comes to you. Understand that every season of waiting is not a waste. Every season of quiet preparation is not meaningless. It is in these moments that you are being equipped. You are learning how to walk with purpose. You are learning how to stand firm in your truth. You are learning how to move with grace. And all of this, my dear, is necessary. It is all part of the process. Without the quiet, there would be no foundation. Without the solitude, there would be no strength. Without the preparation, there would be no purpose. When you are in the silence, when it feels like no one is noticing you, no one is validating you, know this: you are being seen. You are being prepared. The universe is watching over you, making sure that when your time comes, you will be more than ready. You will be stronger, wiser, and more capable than you could ever imagine. The quiet is not your enemy. The silence is not your enemy. It is in these moments that you are becoming the person you are meant to be. And when the world finally sees you, they will see that you were never really hidden. You were always being prepared. You may not see it now, but the work you are doing in the dark is what will bring light to your life. The person you are becoming in the quiet is the person who will stand tall when the world is watching. So, let the silence be your strength. Let the waiting be your training ground. Let the obscurity be your place of becoming. Because in the end, it will not be the applause that defines you. It will be the work you did in the dark, the growth you experienced in the silence, and the strength you gained in the solitude that will shape your destiny. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. And when your moment comes, you will be ready. This is the truth that will carry you through the darkest days. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared for something greater than you can yet see. And when the time is right, the world will know your name. But it will not know you as you are now. It will know the version of you that was shaped by silence, by solitude, by the quiet work you did when no one was watching. That is the version of you that will stand tall. That is the version of you that will shine. That is the version of you that will endure. So stand firm in your waiting. Stand strong in your silence. Stand tall in your preparation. The world may not see you now, but the preparation you are undergoing will make sure they never forget you. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. And when your time comes, nothing will be able to stop you. You may feel as though your dreams are far away, perhaps even slipping through your fingers like sand. But I want to tell you something: dreams do not fade away in the dark. Dreams are not abandoned in the quiet. Dreams grow in the soil of your persistence, in the weight of your patience, in the quiet surrender of your heart. And yes, sometimes that growth happens beneath the surface, unseen by anyone but the one who is watching over you. Do not mistake the waiting for wasted time. Do not mistake the silence for rejection. You are being prepared, and that preparation will one day bloom in ways you cannot yet understand. There are people who only know how to act in the limelight, who crave attention, who chase approval, who are driven by the need to be seen and heard. But let me tell you, that is a fleeting power. The real power is cultivated in the unseen places, in the hidden moments when no one is watching, when no one is cheering you on. In those moments, you are making choices that will define the course of your life. In those moments, you are building a foundation that will withstand every storm. The applause of the crowd may come and go, but the strength you are building in the quiet will last for eternity. You are learning how to stand strong when no one is around to hold you up. You are learning how to persevere when no one is there to encourage you. You are learning how to trust yourself when the world has no faith in you. And that is a power that cannot be taken away. The world can take your fame, your recognition, your popularity, but it cannot take the person you are becoming. It cannot take the strength you are building. It cannot take the character you are developing. That is yours. That will never leave you. So I ask you this: can you endure the process? Can you trust the silence? Can you embrace the moments when you feel like you are standing still, even though everything around you seems to be moving forward? It is in those moments, my dear, that you will find your true strength. It is in those moments that you will discover who you really are. Not the version of yourself you show to the world. Not the version of yourself that others want you to be, but the true you. The strong, unwavering, courageous soul who is ready to step into the light when the time comes. You see, the problem with many people is that they want the reward without the preparation. They want the crown without the cost. They want the victory without the battle. But the truth is, the crown is not earned in the spotlight. The crown is earned in the quiet moments when you are faithful, when you are patient, when you are persistent, when you are diligent. It is earned in the late nights, the early mornings, the days when you feel like no one is noticing you, the days when you feel like you are invisible. But let me tell you something: you are not invisible. You are being seen. You are being noticed. You are being prepared. And what's more, the world does not know what it is about to receive. It does not know that the person it has yet to recognize is going to change the game. It does not know that the silent one is being shaped into a force that will leave a mark on this world that will never fade. You may be overlooked now, but that does not mean you will always be overlooked. The day is coming when your name will be on the lips of everyone who said you weren't enough. The day is coming when they will see what you were made for, when they will witness the beauty of your persistence, the power of your patience, the strength of your character. And yet, all of that will not come from seeking validation. It will not come from looking to others for confirmation. It will not come from trying to prove yourself. It will come from the deep inner work that you are doing in the quiet. It will come from the hours you've spent refining your craft, honing your skills, and strengthening your spirit. It will come from the silent decisions you make every day to keep going, to keep striving, to keep believing when no one else does. That is the true source of your power. Not the approval of others, not the accolades, not the applause. Your power lies in your ability to remain steadfast, to remain true, to remain strong even when no one is watching. You might wonder how long this waiting will last. You might wonder how much longer you will have to endure the silence. And though I cannot give you a clear answer, what I can tell you is that it is not in vain. The silence is not empty. The waiting is not wasted. In this time you are being shaped, you are being sharpened, you are being prepared for the greatness that is coming. You will not always be in this season. You will not always be in the shadows. There is a moment coming when the spotlight will find you and you will be ready. You will be ready because you took the time to prepare when no one was watching. You will be ready because you did the work when no one was applauding. You will be ready because you endured the silence and allowed it to refine you, to mold you into the person you needed to become. And when that moment comes, when the world finally sees you, you will step into it not as someone who is looking for validation, but as someone who already knows their worth. You will step into it not as someone who is trying to prove something, but as someone who knows exactly who they are, what they are capable of, and where they are headed. This is your journey. This is your path. No one can walk it for you. No one can endure the waiting for you. But one day, when you look back on this time, you will realize that it was all worth it. You will realize that every moment of silence, every moment of waiting, every moment of doubt was leading you to this point. this moment of revelation, this moment when you step into your purpose and destiny. And you will see that you were never being ignored. You were being prepared. The silence, the solitude, the stillness, it was all for you. It was all for the greatness that is about to unfold in your life. There are times when you will feel as though you are standing still, when it seems like nothing is happening, when you feel as though your dreams are slipping away. But I want you to know something: you are not standing still. You are being prepared. You are growing, even in the dark. You are developing, even when you cannot see it. And when the time comes for you to step into your moment, you will do so with strength, with grace, with unwavering confidence. Because you will know that you were made for this moment, that you were prepared for this moment. And when that moment comes, nothing will be able to stop you. So hold on. Hold on to the silence. Hold on to the waiting. Hold on to the process. Because it is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. And when the world sees you, they will see someone who has been shaped by the quiet, by the waiting, by the silence. They will see someone who is ready for anything, someone who is ready to step into their purpose, someone who is ready to change the world. And when that time comes, you will stand tall, not because you are looking for recognition, but because you know you have been made ready for this moment. As you stand in the quiet, as you endure the waiting, remember this: every moment is a vital part of your journey. The silence is not a sign of neglect. It is the fertile soil in which your roots are growing deep, where your strength is being fortified and your character is being refined. You are not invisible. You are being prepared for something greater than you can yet see. Every challenge, every quiet moment, every seeming delay is shaping you into the person you are destined to become. When the time comes, and it will come, you will stand in your purpose with the knowledge that the work you've done in the dark, the preparation you've undergone in the silence, will be the foundation of your success. The world may not see you now, but it will see the product of your persistence, your faithfulness, your quiet strength. And do not let the absence of recognition fool you into thinking you are being ignored. You are being prepared for the greatness that is coming your way. And when the world finally takes notice, they will see not only your success, but the power, grace, and resilience that was forged in the quiet places. You are not being overlooked. You are being made ready.